Have you ever been out and about just doing your thing in life, but maybe you felt a little tight, a little bit anxious, not super calm, and someone picked up on that and they came up to you and they were like, bruh, you need to chill. I'm gonna take the glasses off because there's some glare I noticed, so try to reduce the glare. They were blue light glasses anyways, but don't tell anybody. Welcome to this video. In all seriousness, I wanted to chat today about this topic. I think it's really important, and it's something that I personally struggle with all the time. I just have to keep it real with you guys. I am somebody who is a bit more intense naturally, and so I have to take a moment to realize when I am being too intense. And I'm here to share with you the benefits of reducing how intense you are, especially if this is something that you struggle with naturally. Maybe you walk around with a bit of like a glare, not because you're mad at other people. Maybe you're mad at other people. In that case, I'm sorry that you feel that way. But more so than anything, because you're deep in focus, you're kind of eye of the tiger. I've been called that before, eye of the tiger. It was true and it helped me to relax, but it's also like, dude, why are you taking things so, like, why are you being so serious right now? Like, calm down, mellow out. And a lot of the people I look up to are serious, intense people as well. We oftentimes look up to people who might embody some of our characteristics and our traits, but to a higher level. And if those people were successful, then of course we're gonna be super motivated by them. Kobe Bryant is an extreme example that I can think of that I'm nowhere near. I mean, really nobody, hardly anybody's to his level, but I'm motivated by his drive, his intensity, his work ethic. But there are costs that come to being too intense, and there are things that I've noticed. And so I'm going to talk about the benefits that I've seen by reducing outwardly how intense I come off. The important distinction here is that you should still be intense and be true to yourself, because you don't want to change who you are at your core, but it's important to realize the downsides, because there are upsides of our traits, our personality traits, our characteristics, and there are also downsides to them. And so it's not about changing who you are, it's about showing the best in yourself to others. And just because why wouldn't you want to be your best, right? So the first point I want to bring up is it's kind of contradictory to what a lot of people would think about chilling out. And that's that chilling out, especially if you're super intense, it makes life easier. Now let me explain. I've got a couple sub-examples here. The first is with whoever you're attracted to, doesn't really matter, whichever gender you're attracted to. It makes that gender that you're attracted to, if you're romantically interested in them, it makes relationships fall into place easier, because I think we especially see this with heteronormative relationships, where maybe someone might be put off by another person because coming off too intense signals danger, and it makes that person be a little bit apprehensive to want to open up to the person that is interested in them, and or vice versa. That was kind of a roundabout way of saying that. Hopefully you're still tracking with me. My point, and it doesn't matter, right? It can happen across whoever you're attracted to. I just use that example because that's pertinent to myself. So where I'm going with that is when you just relax, you kind of take that weight off your shoulders and you just mellow out, you smile more, and you're more engaging. You don't take yourself as seriously. Maybe you make a couple joking and not serious self-deprecating jokes to lighten the mood. It helps people feel more attracted to you. They want to be more vulnerable. And the same can be with your career, right? The same translates over. It's the same principles. You make connections easier. You make better, deeper connections when you are intensely driven on the inside, or just driven on the inside, but you package that and you express that in a way that is more mellow and pleasant, that's more palatable, and that will help you to maintain grow relationships with important people in your career, whatever you choose to do. Lastly, with friends, right? Again, same principles. I'm just giving different examples to help highlight this so that you guys can understand it. With friends, people like people who are not only funny, but people like people who are chill, because especially I find myself as a more naturally intense person, I'm drawn to people who are chill because it makes me want to relax. And people like others who can make them relax. That's why we turn to a whole myriad of things to make us relax at the end of the day, or other points of the day too. But that's the first point. Second point is that you have more fun, which is kind of a continuation of the first point. You have more fun and you stress less. So there are direct benefits to your health as well, and to your overall enjoyment of life, which is super important. I think that a little side note, something that I assume is the more intense you are, at least I previously assumed that the more intense you are, the more you accomplish, or the more successful you'll be. And that can be true, but it's like you can also be wasteful of energy. And if you're too intense, not only can you increase your risk for burning out and not having as much fun, and increasing your stress, right? If you are too intense, but that energy can be wasted when it can be more productively, that intensity can be channeled while you're still coming off in a more chill manner. Make sense? Got it? Okay. Now let's move on to the third and final point. This takes me back to 2012 or thereabouts. Don't flame me if I got the year wrong, but YOLO, right? You only live once. And again, kind of a build off, a continuation, I'm springing off of the second point, that you really only do live once. Something that's super interesting about near-death experiencers, that was a bad way of saying it, is that they oftentimes really get a renewed sense of what's important in life and what's not important in life. And at the end of the day, realizing that our time is finite, our energy is finite, our resources are finite, should help us to not panic, but encourage us to enjoy the moment because it doesn't last forever. And then if we're relating this back to the other points I made in the video, that's just that much more ammunition for you to relax a little bit more. There are different strategies to do it. Exercise is a wonderful strategy. Meditation is a wonderful strategy. Journaling is something I'm trying to get into. Shout out to anyone who's into journaling, because I need to take the leap and just start journaling and expressing my feelings on paper. I've heard it's like therapy, like it's just amazing. So, various ways to do it. Take your pick. Double thumbs up if it's healthy. Double thumbs down if it's really not good for you. But, I'm not here to judge. Hope that you found this video interesting and insightful. I'm super excited to see you guys in the future. Bye for now.